Welcome back. Boozers could be losers as President Trump's steel tariffs go into effect. The new trade policy is aimed at bolstering domestic industries. But America's last keg maker is expecting to get tapped out. Joining us right now is the CEO of the American Keg Company, Paul Czachor, is with us. Paul, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great. Thanks for having me on.
So you're seeing a direct impact from these steel tariffs affecting your business. Tell us what that impact is.
Well, the tariffs have some unintended consequences. So today, we manufacture all of our stainless steel kegs with domestic steel, all steel from the United States. As the tariffs were being discussed and implemented, the cost of domestic steel has continued to come up, rise since the fourth quarter of last year. But unfortunately, the imports that are coming in, finished good products, mainly, say, Chinese kegs, there is no tariff on it. So our price differential between an import keg and a domestically made keg is continuing to increase, which is something I don't know where the customers, where their breaking point is at that point.
Which is why, Brian Brimberg, we like to look at this story from the consumer standpoint.
Right.
They're going to see higher prices.
And they're already paying a little bit more for your kegs anyway because it's American made, right? You're not the low-cost keg maker, but you're right. At some point, these businesses say, I just can't make a profit if I have to pay more for your kegs. How does that affect your workforce, Paul? I mean, what does this do to employees on the ground who are at your plant trying to make a living here?
Correct. We have a lot of patriotic customers that want to buy American-made kegs, but unfortunately, as the costs have been going up here the last few months, we have to raise our sell price, and we're starting to lose some business. So just recently, we had to lay off about a third of our workforce.
Oh my goodness! Yes. How much have you raised prices?
Our prices have probably gone up about $5 to $8 per keg.
Wow. All right. So the U.S. Trade Representative, Robert Lighthizer, testified before the Senate Finance Committee yesterday. He confirmed that certain countries will be exempt from the steel and aluminum tariffs. Listen to this.
What he has decided to do is to pause the imposition of the tariffs with respect to those countries. We have the two NAFTA countries, which we know where they are. We have Europe. We have Australia. We have Argentina, we have Brazil, and obviously Korea, where we're negotiating the course.
I mean, isn't this one helpful thing for you? I mean, does this not affect things?
No, I think what we would explain is that there's some unfinished business with tariffs. We need the administration to look at what we would call a holistic view. So if our raw material, our input costs are going up and countries are still able to import kegs with their low-cost steel, we need the administration to look for downstream at businesses such as us that use a high content of steel and look at some sort of tariff.
Paul, one of the things we talk about a lot with these tariffs, even with the exemptions, is that it creates a lot of uncertainty for small businesses. You don't know where prices are going. You don't know who's going to get an exemption. Maybe in some cases you don't even know how to petition for the exemption. How does that uncertainty affect a smaller business like yours?
It's very difficult. To your point, we don't know what the future holds, and it's unclear where the tariffs are going, so we're very concerned.
Tell us about this keg right here, your company's keg, and the one that we have on set.
It's all stainless steel. It's domestic steel, all produced here in the United States. We market to about 6,000 to 7,000 customers out there, mainly craft brewers, but there's some cideries and wineries that will buy kegs. And as you can see, we can do some marketing. We do a lot of screen printing, so we did that just for you.
That's nice. Yeah. Thank you for that.
No.
And what does this go for?
That sells for approximately $80. That's a 1/6 keg, or a sixtel, as commonly referred to.
Do you expect that you'll have to lay off more people if we see these tariffs stick?
If these tariffs stick and there's no help for us, like as a downstream business with import or low-cost kegs coming in, yeah, we'll be in some deep trouble.
Wow, that's too bad. Paul, we're going to be watching the situation. Thanks very much for sharing it with us.
Thanks for having me on.
We appreciate it very much. Paul Czachor joining us there.